damage to your 2016 through 2023 Toyota Tacoma or just need a refresh to some of the trim around the truck, these factory style front fender flares in textured black are a great mod to add to that list. Now the factory plastics can fade and get pretty beat up over time, especially if you are taking your truck onto the dirt more often than not. Now this set of flares, however, is an identical option to the factory set and serves as a very affordable replacement if you want to keep that OE look, but just add a little bit of life back into your build. Now this set is very similar to the factory one, bolting right into place of the OE flares and mimicking the body lines perfectly. Now it's a fantastic solution to restoration for both the driver and passenger sides, and while not super fancy, they will make a difference in the look of the truck with the new and refreshed appearance. These also maintain the same width and tire coverage if you need a replacement to flares but don't want anything wider than the factory set, whether that's for the look or for the function. These are made of an impact-resistant, premium-grade ABS plastic material, being tough enough to handle the kickup of debris and anything else that your truck normally sees. Now these also have a UV-resistant textured matte black finish, which matches very well to the other trim, and it doesn't look out of place while also being protected to keep the appearance looking like this over time. Now, if you do have a painted flare from the factory and you do want to paint these, this material is also paintable with the right prep and paint process. So if you do need to customize these further, you can absolutely do so. The flares are also completely bolt-on with no drilling required, and they work with the factory liners, so no modifications are needed when getting these onto your truck. These come in at about $150, which isn't bad for a set of flares and is actually pretty affordable when it comes to a replacement option. Now, while these have a straightforward design, being a copycat of the factory flares, they do have a solid build and maintain the stock appearance if you're looking to keep it that way and just get a replacement or a refresh. This is also sold with just the front flares, which makes it hassle-free if you only need the fronts compared to other sets that are sold in a kit before. Install here is a lighter 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking about an hour per side, so 2 hours total. Now at this point, I'm going to hand it over to one of our installers. They're going to show you a detailed breakdown on how these bolt up to your Tacoma at home. So that wraps it up for what I have to say. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet and a 10mm socket. What's up guys? Today we're installing front fender flares on our Tacoma, so let's get started. So to remove our factory fender flares, we've got 6 10mm bolts as well as a bunch of clips holding this in. I've got a 10mm socket, I've got 3 bolts back here, 2 at the top and 1 up front that I'll pull out first, and then we can start detaching all of our clips. So I'm going to start with these 3 bolts at the back side of the flare, take 10mm socket and pull these out. Next we have these 2 bolts at the top that are on the inside of the flare. They're going to be pretty much impossible to get a camera angle on. But just take that same 10mm socket and pull those out. And now we've got this last one up front, and then we can start pulling on our flare to pop all those clips out. Now just starting from the front, now our fender flares have been on and off a bunch of times, so our clips aren't holding as well as they used to. So these bottom couple should just pop right out for us. And then just work your way along. So now we're ready to install our new flare. Now first you're going to want to make sure that all of your clips here aren't broken. If they are, you'd want to replace them. Now they are different colors, and the orange are a little bit longer than the blue, so you are going to need that specific color for the clip if it's broken. If they're all good, you can just line up these square holes on the back of the flare to your clips and just press that on. Cut. Now at the front, line up those 3 tabs, and then once you have them all started in the holes, just give it a couple taps around to engage all the clips. Now once you have all your clips engaged, we can start installing our bolts. So I'm going to start at the front here. Take my 10mm socket and tighten that down. Now these 2 tabs at the top, we're going to have to bend up and line those up with our holes. And same thing on the other one. And then grab your 10mm socket and tighten those down. And then we've just got our last 3 at the back here. And once again, 10mm socket, tighten these down, and then you can do the same thing on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the factory style front fender flares in textured black for your 2016 to 23 Tacoma. Thank you for watching, and for all things Tacoma, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.